What is up, guys? It's Miko 3IS, and today I'm going to be installing some wheel spacers on the 3IS. So these are H&R wheel spacers. They're 15 millimeters. I picked them up on RR Racing. I saw a lot of people suggest the 20 millimeters. I don't know. I was making an order already, so I just threw them in the cart, and honestly, the shell casing has to go because this just does not look proper. Now I also went and picked up a torque wrench because I've been moving my wheels around and I've just been hand torquing it, which I guess isn't really that good in the end. Now we're going to get everything to OEM specification, so it should be a quick install. I'm going to get the car inside, jack it up, and yeah, start loosening the bolts. Alright, guess I'm not going in that bit. So I picked up some degreaser. It's engine degreaser, but it doesn't really matter. They actually recommended to use it to clean the hubs and get a flat surface, so there's no space in between the spacer and the actual hub. A little tunnel for the drive. God damn, those downshifts are so crisp, and I promise you the video does not do it justice. Alright, so for the tools, obviously gonna need the spacers. I got some engine degreaser just to clean the hubs. You're gonna need a torque wrench. I also bought a socket to attach to it. Otherwise, you can use the lug wrench if you don't want to spend the money on a torque wrench, but definitely highly recommended. Then last, you're gonna need a jack. You don't need one this big. You could also use the one that comes with the car, but this just makes life a lot easier. So these are the H&R spacers, the Track Plus. Come with a little technical information sheet, just in case anybody wants to pause and read what's on it. Basically, it's just telling you remove all corrosion, check the spacer fits flush against the wheel hub, fasten to factory settings, hence the torque wrench. These are the spacers themselves. Get some lug nuts to attach these to, and then you're gonna use your OEM lug nuts to attach to these. So I'm gonna start undoing these and jack the car up. Alright, those are off. I'm gonna just do the other side now and then jack this side up. So I realized I think I'm gonna do one side first just so you guys can see the comparison. So I'm just gonna jack this side up, I'm gonna do the front, and then I'm gonna do the rear. The ease of the jack always blows my mind. You can almost do this with one finger. Like, you literally can. Alright, so I added a couple tools, some metal brushes. Alright, so it's a little corroded, but I think this paint is just what came on the brake rotors I got, so I'm just gonna have to deal with that. The spacer, make sure it's snug, it's not moving around at all. Then you're gonna wanna put the lugs that they gave you and put them on the old ones. Alright, all the screws are in on that. Now, I got a problem because I only bought a socket the size for the OEM lug nuts. And these are smaller, and I gotta torque them down, so now I gotta solve that problem. Alright, so I got a little interrupted in the process of doing this, but that is with the spacer on. Not very noticeable, but I'm sure when I put the back ones on, it'll be a lot more noticeable when you look at this one. It's like, that shit is tucked. Not in a good way. This one's popping out, making it a little more aggressive. Looks a little more the way it should be. Alright, come on. I'm gonna do the back one. Let's see exactly how this side looks. Looking pretty good so far. Alright, so I just cleaned the back left. And honestly, I was a little worried because this isn't the same size. But since it's a hub-centric wheel spacer, It allows it to get nice and flush in there, especially once you tighten with the bolts. Should be good to go. Alright, one side is complete. And now with the wheel popping out, this thing is screaming, lower me. Holy shit. Can't really tell how it looks because we're in the garage. You can definitely see it poking out a lot more. Maybe not a lot, but a little goes a long way. From the front, you can definitely notice it a lot more. When I pull this car outside, I'm sure I'll be able to get a better view, but damn, that looks fucking beautiful. These are just 15 millimeters. I do wish I went with the 20s now. I've just never used spacers in my life. I've heard good and bad things about them, so I figured this was a good start. Plus it was on our racing website, so I just threw it in the cart just to test them out. But yeah, definitely satisfied. I can't wait to see these in the daytime. Now let me do the other side, and I will update you guys shortly. Alright guys, so a lot of commotion just kept happening in the garage. People just kept coming in and out. It's like I had a whole crowd. Then my camera died, so I just figured I'll just finish the job and show you guys the end results. At least I got one down, showing you guys how it goes, but it's very straightforward. I figured I'd just show you guys the results, and damn, that shit looks clean. Let's see the other side. Wow. So now I already realized what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep these back ones at 15s, I think, and then on the front ones, I'm gonna go with 20s because these have a much harder time of actually popping out, I've noticed. Let's get a little view from the front. Barely got space here. Yeah, you see, I want to get it flush with this line right here, this fender kind of. So it pops out like that. The rear one, as you can see, it does a pretty good job of sticking out. So all in all, definitely think it looks much better than it did before. Let me get one more view of the back. Can't stop looking at it now. One thing I did notice though, this car needs to be lowered, but I just don't see the practical use of it. Like, I don't even think I'll be able to go to my hand wash car wash if I get it lowered. So I guess for now, we're gonna have to rock. But yeah, you see what I mean? Look, this back right here, that looks bearable. That looks pretty sexy. Up there though, not so much. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. Hope it helped. At least I showed you how to change one of them. I just really couldn't do the other three. My apologies. But I'm gonna do some rolling shots for you so you guys could see what it looks like driving by. Other than that, if it helped you, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned next week for more.